You are the source of my strength.
Yes.
The strength of my life. I lift my hand in total praise to you.
Amen.
My God, my Lord, my Redeemer. Hallelujah. Lord, we come to you in the most humble way that we know how. We ask that we sit down and that you rise up and that you give unto us what you will want us to hear from you.
Amen.
And that you use me as a vessel
Amen.
Amen.
that can be used to be poured through so that they will hear your words, not mine.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
And that I will be the first receiver of your word. And that as we hear from you, because that's who we come to hear from, to hear from you, not our thoughts, or our ideals, but a fresh word from above, so that we can live a life that will bring you joy. Hallelujah. That will cause an expansion to the kingdom that you have prepared for those that love you. Use us for your glory. In Jesus' wonderful name, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
It's a wonderful privilege
Yes.
to stand before you on this, the Lord's day. Good to see each and every one of you.
Amen.
Amen.
I was pleased to see my wife come in and leave early to tend to her mother. I'm glad the results of that proved to be good. We're proceeding with what we had started on last week, but we're going to be resting in Genesis 42. You can turn there, but I'm going to start in 37 and work my way up to 42. Of the first book of the Bible, which should not be too difficult for you to find. If you can get past the contents, it should be it should be very close behind. If you start in the front of the Bible, you should be real close. You don't understand yet, because I'm not going to read any scripture as of this moment, I don't think.
Genesis 40.
If you rest at 42, I'll get to you. We started talking about the life of Joseph last week because I wanted to talk about him because I wanted to help us understand where we are and what we're facing and how the things that he had went through kind of resembles very possibly some of the things that we are dealing with in similarities.
Right.
Because many of us have been given some dreams and indications of being blessed of God. But what we're going through don't seem like it's going to happen.
Amen. Come on now.
What we're going through don't give us that indication presently that we are going to see that blessing come to pass. We have dreamed, we have heard from others, we have been raised up believing that things are going to be really nice for us.
Right.
Amen.
We have great aspirations. We thought by now,
By now.
surely by now, things would have been good.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Amen.
Real.
After all, I've been waiting
Yeah.
a while.
Amen. Been waiting on.
I've seen some people that started off when I started off, and they seemingly have got theirs. Seemingly.
You're right.
I know some of them, maybe have died and fell off the wagon, but I hanged on in there.
Mm-hmm. Right on.
Right.
Yeah. Amen.
I said hanged on in there for a purpose.
Yes, he done already home for you. Amen.
Yeah.
I didn't, sometimes you say I hung on in there, but I stopped hunging because hunging wasn't helping. So I just hanged around.
Ain't going like a little cat.
He is hanging there.
Just hang around.
Because when one thing didn't work, I tried something else. I tried a different avenue.
Amen.
And then when that one didn't materialize as quick as I thought it should, I dropped that one like a bad habit and picked up another.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And it seems like I'm about to drop this one.
Come on now.
Huh. Oh, I know I just talked to somebody just then.
Like to drop this one.
Because this one ain't working out either.
Amen.
But look at Joseph. Joseph had these dreams and he shared his dreams, and sharing his dreams he found got him deeper in trouble. As I said on last week, he was excited about his dream. So excited that he shared it with the ones that he loved. He loved them. So he shared his dream. The problem is two things that I found out after I was given this message last week. I didn't have a chance to study it because I was given the message prior to standing up here. But since that time, I had a chance to little dig into it. Sometimes when we're given something, when we're giving it, our motives in sharing it isn't always completely pure.
Oh, you know that's right. Go on, yes.
See, Joseph, knowing that he was a favorite,
Yes. He
One.
prayed on it. Jesus, I know.
see, he knew that his daddy loved his mother dearly. much more than he loved his brother's mama.
Well,
Mother.
yeah.
So he knew he had an inroad more than anybody else. He and his brother were very special. See, because he knew that his father worked extra for his mother. See, his other brothers, you know, they just happened to come across. They were conceived out of convenience and out of what kind of words can I use that would make it okay? Out of just a physical responsibility. Yeah, I knew I'll figure it out. I keep working with it. I'll work it out. All right. But Rachel, Joseph's and Benjamin's mother, now this was a love relationship. See, because Rachel, he loved. See, when he first saw Rachel, he fell in love with Rachel. He wanted Rachel so bad that he promised to work, first of all, 7 years for her, and then when he went to get her after the first 7 years, Rachel's father tricked him and gave him Leah.
Right.
Because Leah was the oldest girl, and when he went in, when Jacob went into Leah, he didn't know it was Leah because it was dark and Leah had a veil over her. He slept with Leah that night. When he woke up that morning, he said, "This isn't the one."
Yeah.
But he couldn't give her back.
Right.
It was too late. So when he went to the father, he said, "That's not who I work for."
Right.
He said, "Well, I can't take her back." He said, "But I want a Rachel." What? He said, "Well, give me 7 more years
Wow.
7 more years.
of labor." But he loved Rachel, so he said, "I'll work another 7 years for her."
Another 7 years.
Yeah.
So he worked 14 years for that love.
Yes.
He showed you.
See, so Joseph, who was conceived through Rachel, and Benjamin, who was conceived from Rachel, was the only 2 children that Rachel gave to Jacob. And these were his precious children. And they knew it. The other 10 knew it too.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So when they were treated special, it brought a cast of envy
Right.
over the rest of the children. So when Joseph had this dream, "You gonna be over us?" Oh, I almost said something.
Yeah, right.
Sugar, please.
Come on now.
Yeah, boy.
Okay. That's a good one.
Sugar, please.
You must be crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Amen.
That's some.
But the father wasn't too keen about it either, because the father was also included in this being submissive to his own child.
Right. He was, yeah.
So when Jacob made this favorite coat for his favorite child, the oldest of the favorite child, that didn't take off too well with the other 10 brothers. The older 10 brothers. So when they did see him coming from afar off, they was not happy already. They thought about these dreams. They thought about this favoritism that they've been dealing with all of their lives, ever since they've been born. And everything was building up. See, so, and the problem is, even though Joseph was correct in everything, he still was rubbing it in their face.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, see.
Okay.
See, this is where we have to learn something. Even when God gives you favor,
Can't boast.
be careful that you don't rub it in someone's face.
Man, that's true.
See, because it's easy to do.
Yeah.
It's very, and it's tempting
Very, very.
to do. Because of what you're going through. Because people will push you to do things that you know you should not do.
Amen.
Dang, that's true.
You should not.
Because it's that flesh that makes you want to do something to give you self-gratification, to let them know that you have won over
That is
on
so
them.
true.
We gotta be careful. Because flesh rises.
And it does.
And know this, remember this, there is no good thing in the flesh.
Amen.
That's the truth.
Right.
No good.
No good thing. Because where did the flesh come from? From the ground of which has been cursed. That's why it's going back to it.
Yes.
And that's why we have to keep it under subjection.
Amen.
And no one can do it but you.
No one can.
You know like I know. You know when it's rising up.
Yes. Amen. Yeah, you know.
You can feel it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you can feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, you know.
And see, and sometimes we get to that state of mind. I don't care.
Come on.
Yeah.
See, and that's exactly where the devil wants you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because he wants you to be in a place that you don't care at that moment, because He knows that he got you blinded and you can't see. But that's why God came to give us sight.
Amen.
Okay.
Light comes so that you can see,
That's right.
Right.
to eliminate darkness.
Amen.
You can't see because it's dark, but he come to give you light. That's why he said you are the light
Of the world.
of the world. See, so don't fall for that. When you get in that state of mind, you're going to have to force yourself to rebuke the devil.
Oh, hallelujah.
I know it's going to be a tough fight,
Yes, yes.
but that's what Paul was saying, that when I want to do good,
Yes.
it was there, but I find myself worrying in my flesh, in my head, in my mind. It's a fight going on.
Yes, it is.
And that's what you're in. You in a battle.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's why the word tells us to put on the whole armor of God.
Yes.
And let me tell you this, and this is too good.
Amen.
It's too late to put on the armor in the fight.
Come on. Yes. Yes. Yes.
We're gonna get forward, man.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Really.
Too late. That's why we got to get ourselves into a custom of prayer life
Yes.
before
Yes.
the fight.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So when the fight comes, your weaponry
Oh, yes.
is already in place.
Bob and weave and hook and jab. You can do it.
You already build up.
Yeah.
You already have on your helmet of salvation,
Yes.
your sword of the spirit, your breastplate of righteousness.
And the shoes.
Your feet is already solid with the preparation to be.
Yes.
Everything is already in place
Yes.
because you're already prepared for it before it happened.
Amen.
Our problem is we wait until it happens and then we want to prepare. It's too
Hallelujah.
late.
Hallelujah. Yes.
We are too late.
Oh, thank you.
And then we wonder why it don't work.
Hallelujah.
And we will stand up in church and I prayed, but it didn't work.
It didn't work.
I stopped going to church because it don't work. I prayed and it didn't work. No, you didn't work it.
Amen. Ooh, say that. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
We have to prepare for battle.
Yes. Yes. Suit up. Oh my God. Amen.
Just look at it from a natural standpoint. Our military forces, we don't wait until we get into a battle to prepare for battle.
Yes. Yes.
When it's peaceful, we got our men and women out there preparing in all type of scenarios
Yes.
for just in case this happens, this is what you do. If that happens, this is what you do. You're preparing in all type of scenarios. for this and that and what have you. You go through different obstacle courses. You dramatize stuff and make up stuff just in case this happens. And if they come through this way, that way, whatever. Simulations. And we have to do the same thing spiritually.
Yes. Yes.
When it is peaceful, you're preparing. Look at Jesus. Jesus did not wait till he got on the cross to start preparing for prayer. He prepared for the cross in Gethsemane, in the garden, before the cross. He didn't wait to prepare for his ministry when he got out there and started ministering. No, he did that when he was in his 40 days in the wilderness. After he was baptized, he went through the 40 days, and then he came out and started ministry.
Amen.
So preparation was done first. But we want to get an announcement that we are saved, and then we want to go out and save the world, and no preparation.
Come on now.
We barely know a scripture.
Right. You're right. Amen.
Yeah.
And we got to look in the context to find out where Genesis is.
Amen. Yes. Yes. Very true.
It's this verse is good.
And a lot of people don't know that. Amen.
And we got to ask where the content is. Where is the content?
Yes. Don't take time to read.
But we want to do wonderful, magnificent things. We want to lay hands on the sick and they recover, and we can't cast out a splinter.
Say it. Right.
But we want to cast out cancer.
Yes. When he heals someone. Jesus. Oh, glory to God.
It's like the people who win the lottery. They say, I can't remember the exact percentage they say, but the vast number of people who wins the lottery, they're broke in 2 to 3 years. The vast number. Why? Because they have zero plan. None. They have no idea what to do. And see, and that's, I mean, and it's really bad. Even in our society. And that's what's bad about even us. We don't have a good model to help us to achieve sustainable success. And that's the key. Sustainable. because we don't have anyone to talk to who have already achieved it.
All right.
Just think about it. Who is in your surrounding that you deal with on a consistent basis who have sustainable success? See, and if you don't have anyone that's like that, then you need to broaden your surroundings.
Yes, very true.
See, because you can't obtain it unless you are attached to it. You can't get the mindset of that type of mind unless you are attached to that type of mindset. One thing I like about when I listen to sometime 95.7, she says, this one, I don't know her name, radio broadcaster, she said, if you can't change the people you are around, change the people you're around.
Right.
Right.
If you can't change the people around you, change the people around you.
Right, yeah, that's it. If you can't change the people around you, change the people around you.
Makes sense.
And it really makes good sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
See, let me add this to you. If the people around you can't change you,
Well. Oh, no.
change the people around you.
Yes.
Because if they can't better you, you need to get around people who can better you.
That's it. That's it. That's the thing.
Jakes says, and it's so good, you need to be, and I strive to do this now, and I work towards this. Get around the people that you want to be like. Not that you want to be like them specifically,
Right.
but you want to be in their arena, in their atmosphere. Don't hang around the people that you don't want to be in their area.
Yeah.
Right, that's right.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Glory to
The
God.
people that I want to be around are levels above me.
Yes.
Right.
And that's why I want to hang around.
Right.
Because I need to know how they think, how they act and react, so that I can start customizing my thoughts
Amen.
Very true.
Exactly.
to that level.
Yes.
Right.
And then my mindset start transforming to that level. And then before I realize it, without my thinking about it, I'm thinking at that level. And before I know it, I have been transformed to that level.
And that's true.
And that's how you have to, that's how you move
Very true.
without effort.
Well.
So don't hang around people that are like you. But if you notice it though, if you was to look around, watch people, they'll hang around people who are just like them.
And that's the
Right.
truth. That is so true.
And if you do that, you won't grow.
Very true. Very true.
It happens with Christians. They'll hang around people just like them. Regardless of what type of people they are. If you look at people in the same work environment, the same vocation, whatever it is, teachers, whatever they are, they hang around people just like them.
Mhm.
How can you grow? How can you expand? You're limiting yourself. Because what you going to talk about? What you already know.
Thank you.
How can you broaden your horizon? Think about it. Hang around people that can broaden your mentality. I'm not saying completely exclude, but don't make them your captive audience.
Yes.
Thank
yes,
you.
that's it.
Yes. Yes.
It's time that we start growing.
Amen.
You gotta grow. If you take a plant and put it in a small pot and never transfer it, it can't grow beyond the pot.
That's true.
That's why you have to dig it out of that pot in order for it to grow beyond the pot and get bigger.
Amen.
Right?
Right.
The same thing with us. Identically the same. The same thing with your mentality. We don't use our minds to the capacity that is, it can be used. Because we don't allow it to grow. Have you ever noticed, take something very, very simple. We can use something like a machine. If you, at a job that runs machines, they can put you on machine A. They can teach you that one. Next week they'll put you on machine B. They can teach that one. The next week they'll put you on machine C. They'll teach you that one. Now, what you know? You know 3 machines.
Yes.
What you have done, broaden your mentality.
Yeah.
Now they can put you on 3 more machines. Now you know 6 machines.
Right.
But what if they have never moved you off that first machine?
You know nothing.
You never would have got
Stuff.
You stuck.
it.
See, so that shows you the capability that you have only if you broaden
Yep.
your mentality. See, you have the capability.
Right.
You just have to utilize what you have. Now you have to do the same thing with people. Now start surveying the people that you hang around. Find out who's at the next levels that you need to achieve. Start hanging around them just a little bit. And don't talk so much.
Thank
Come
you.
on, come on,
Yes,
that's it.
yes, yes.
Open your ears. Listen. Let me tell you this. People don't mind pouring into you when you don't act like you know so much.
Come on,
Yeah.
come on.
Amen.
But if you go in and act like you know everything, they're not going to give you anything.
No. Not a thing.
I would rather be in the room that I know the least and absorb than be in the room and know the least and be the biggest talker. Now everybody else shut down. Because they're saying in their minds, this fool don't know nothing. See, because they know.
Right.
And they know because when they hear what I say, they know I don't know anything. Because they know. But to be thought a fool is one thing, but to open your mouth and remove all doubt,
It's a whole different story. A whole different story.
just keep your mouth closed.
Yeah.
Let them think what they want to think. But don't open your mouth. Learn. Believe me, people often know don't mind sharing when they feel like they're depositing in good ground. Because good people want to help. They don't mind helping. All right, I gotta quit. Gotta quit. That's what Joseph did. When Joseph was amongst all this environment, he only opened his mouth when God told him to.
Amen.
Other than that, he didn't say a word.
Amen.
So that's the lesson for today.
Amen.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your
I
mouth.
got it.
Amen.
I got it. Loud and clear.
Shut your mouth.
Keep your ears open.
Yep.
Shut your mouth. All right, shall we sing?